Hey, this is Dave Castagno from Screamer Magazine and Radio Screamer here at NAMM 2013 with Bruce Quarto from Quarto Records. How are you, Bruce?
I'm doing great.
Did I get that right?
Quarto Valley Records, but close enough.
Valley Records, okay. Now, you guys just recently signed Heaven and Earth.
That's right.
Okay, tell us about that record.
Well, when Stuart and some of the band members first approached me, they said, look, we'd like to do another Heaven and Earth album. I said, okay, but I'm not going to be part of anything that's just going to be mediocre. I mean, it has to be phenomenal. So, for the last 14, 15 months, we've been, going over the songs bit by bit. I did tell them that if you need more time to go back into the studio to make this phenomenal, dial 11 on a scale of 1 to 10, that's what I want to be part of. I want to be part of something great. You guys are great musicians. You earn your right to be in Rock and Roll Hall of Fames or whatever. I'd like to see that as well. So I'm kind of doing this because first of all, I don't like the way music has kind of gone for the last 20 years or so. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get back to the roots of rock and roll. And that's why we got Glenn Wexler doing our album cover, Dig, with the huge guitar being excavated.
You know what? That is a beautiful album cover. It's very impressive. It's
epic.
epic.
I'm getting a big 4 foot by 4 foot thing of it just for my office. Yeah, it's phenomenal. Some of the best artwork that Glenn, I think, even says he's done over the 300 record albums that he's done.
And where was it recorded, the album?
The overdubbings, etc., were at Wine Cellar Studios, and then most of it was at Ocean Studios in Burbank, California.
Okay, excellent.
And then
I'm sorry, go ahead.
We had Richie Sambora come in on a one-song Man a Machine to do the slide guitar.
Did he come into town to do that, or?
Well, he was going to New York to L.A., whatever, from rooftop to helicopter to G5, whatever, and he came in for 6 hours.
That's how I travel too. Now, and distribution.
We've signed with ADA, Warner Brothers.
Okay.
Independent record label there, so that will be worldwide, digital and physical.
Let me ask you something, Bruce. I mean, I've been in this business a long, long time, and I've seen over the last 20 plus years, it completely changed in terms of distribution and how physical versus digital, the scales keep tipping. I mean, what do you see as the future of distribution for music?
Well, it seemed like physical really was passé. But if you look at like vinyl album sales,
which are coming back now,
and we're releasing on vinyl as well as CD. I don't expect the CD or the vinyl to be anywhere near the volume it once was.
Sure.
Digital obviously, and in the future, who knows how that will be. But my younger son, he's 18. He tells me, Dad, all us kids, we download certain things, the new stuff that's out, but we still are downloading Led Zeppelin and Aerosmith and Bad Company and things like that, and those songs will never go away.
No.
And that's why we wanted to make the songs on this album something that 20, 30 years from now are still going to be desired and thought of as one of the best, albums of all time.
So can I ask you, I mean, how much emphasis do you, as a record label owner, place on physical distribution?
Well, obviously, I wanted it to be more than what I've recently found out reasonable expectations might be. But, I'm an avid record collector, and I still like to hold something in my hand, especially the vinyl, back growing up in the 70s, and holding them, So it's something that I don't think is going to really go away entirely.
Right.
And might even come back. I've seen enough.
I think with the vinyl, I think there's actually a resurgence in it.
Yeah, so. I think so too. And we're gonna, have that, not just the album that, just the record that slides in. It'll be 180 gram vinyl, and it'll be full pull-outs and lyric sheets and artwork and everything within there.
And I'm sorry. And,
no, go ahead.
And how soon will we be able to hear some music from this album?
Well, the single "No Money No Love" and the video will be coming out in February. And then we have another single, the ballad, the Love Ballad, and everything. I don't know what love is. That will be out probably the later part of February, if not March, and with the music video as well. And so I think the world is going to be pretty impressed just with those first two singles. The album is released in April.
Okay. And so where can our viewers go to find this stuff when it's out?
I would go to heavenandearthband.com first of all.
Heavenandearthband.com. Okay.
Yes, and you can still the fans can read all about it, everything that went into the making of this album. Beautiful, images as well, just not only the artwork of the album cover itself, but it'll have some of the old Heaven and Earth albums on there too. But we're trying to approach this as this is basically a new Heaven and Earth. This is a new album. It's me. I've taken a whole new approach to this, and I'm not somebody who's been in the record business for 20, 30 years myself, but I know the value of good music, and it's going to live on forever. It's a universal language of all people, and music will never go away. It's one of the greatest gifts that our higher power has given us. So be very excited, fans. I wish we could release some of this prematurely, but we're letting Crochelle Entertainment Group, MSO, and Total Assault handle all of our publicity, and it's time to release. Very time. We have to do this right. You don't, cliche, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression.
Right.
So we're trying to approach this, so this is going to be something huge that hopefully the whole world will enjoy.
Bruce, thank you for your time.
Thank you.